These past few months have been the hardest times of my life. And to be honest, at some point, I even became a little hopeless. Some days I'll be on the bathroom floor crying, and other days I'll be so numb to the point of no tears. Not only was I anxious towards this virus that was spreading, I was also grieving for all the lives we have lost from hate, racism, and police brutality. Grieving at a system that rejects justice for all, and mourning for all those hurting in so many different ways all around the world. But still, in the midst of all of this, we are still expected to be present with life's responsibilities, like parenting, our jobs, homemaking, school. I couldn't just show up. I had to be completely present, which was not easy. Yet at the brim of despair, God led me to read Habakkuk. Habakkuk was a person just like us in a world of turmoil, wrestling with his faith because it seemed as though God is absent from surrounding issues. His prayer sounded a lot like mine, and I'm certain yours too. His prayer was this: "O Lord, how long shall I cry for help, and you will not hear, or cry to you violence, and you will not save? Why do you make me see iniquity, and why do you idly look at wrong? Destruction and violence are before me, strife and contention arise. So the law is paralyzed, and justice never goes forth. For the wicked surround the righteous, so justice go forth perverted." I believe God's response to Habakkuk is the same way he is responding to us today. I will summarize the two responses he gives Habakkuk. One of them, he tells him to look among the nations and see, wonder and be astounded, for I am doing a work in your days that you would not believe if told. And the second response, he told him, "For still the vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to the end, it will not lie. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come, it will not delay." If God is the same then, now, and forever, then I believe his response and his words are still true for our world today. Habakkuk started off questioning God's ways because it didn't make sense to him. But throughout the book, you see God continuing to remind Habakkuk that the righteous shall live by his faith. What gave him peace was not that he finally comprehends everything God is doing in the chaos. His peace was in trusting that God knows best. He sees the bigger picture and will bring about justice. He was able to rejoice, not in the circumstances, but in God. Habakkuk's final words was proof of this, when he says, "Though the fig tree should not blossom, nor fruit be on the vines, the produce of the olive fail, and the fields yield no food, the flock be cut off from the fold, there be no herd in the stalls, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will take joy in the God of my salvation." So in the midst of my despair, in the midst of feeling hopeless and complaining to God and questioning everything and wondering where God is, this book in the Bible reminds me that even though, even if, even when, rejoice in the Lord. And just like God is reminding Habakkuk, I believe God is reminding us today, the righteous shall live by faith while awaiting the day of salvation. The righteous shall live by faith while awaiting the day of salvation.